This is how the Adani deal and the Kenya Kwanza administration, led by President William Samoei Ruto, wishes to squeeze you and milk you dry as a Kenyan and as a taxpayer. Now, with me is an analysis of the Adani versus KETRACO deal. Adani is saying that it will construct 3 transmission lines, a total distance of 372 kilometers. Now, the total cost will be 96 billion Kenyan shillings. Now, according to KETRACO, Ethiopia-Kenya transmission line, which is 612 kilometers, costed 140 million US dollars. So, 612 kilometers cost $140 million, while 372 kilometers will cost 737 US million dollars. Are you getting something? KETRACO contracted 612 Kenyan transmission line at a cost of 140 US million dollars. But 372, which is lower, is going to cost even more if Adani constructs that road, which is 737 million US dollars. Now, even if you're talking about inflation, we can get to say how much has happened since November 2022 when this line was completed. Yeah, November 2022 and now 2024. How much of inflation has happened? Now, they want to tell us the cost of goods has risen like 7 times. We all know that is a lie. I mean, somebody is trying to insult our intelligence. Can't you say that? Yeah. 612 versus 372 kilometers. 612 for KETRACO cost 140 US million dollars. Yet for 372 for Adani will cost 737 million US dollars. Okay. In KETRACO's master plan, that is till the year 2042, it proposes to construct 11,131 kilometers of transmission lines at a cost of $4.778 billion, which is an equivalent of 621 billion Kenyan shillings, translating to 56 million Kenyan shillings per kilometer. I want you to get me right. KETRACO's master plan till 2042 proposes to construct 11,131 kilometers of transmission line at a cost of 4.778 million US dollars, which is an equivalent of 621 billion Kenyan shillings, translating to 56 million per kilometer of the construction of the transmission line. For Adani, initial quote translated to 354 million per kilometer. If KETRACO plan up to 2042 is to construct at least per kilometer of a transmission line to cost 56 million Kenyan shillings, yet for Adani, it is going to cost 354 million per kilometer. Aren't you seeing something that is missing, even if somebody can call me mad? I mean, isn't this so obvious? Because it is an average of 6 times which KETRACO had estimated. If you're not angry, prepare to be angry. In March, according to KETRACO, Adani had quoted a sum of US dollars 1.014 billion. Then later on, it reduced it to 737 million US dollars in August 2024. Now, that was a reduction of $278 million, which is equivalent of 36 billion Kenyan shillings, or an increment of reduction of 27%. Isn't this an evidence of inflation? Yeah, quoting too much. I mean, what is this? And who are to pay all this money? It is you, the taxpayer. Now, where will this money come from to pay the Adani? Will it be loans? If they are loans, remember it is still you, the citizen, who is going to pay for them. If not, if it is taxes, remember, something has to be increased. Therefore, when I started, remember I told you that the Adani group with their deals in collaboration with the Kenya Kwanza administration led by President William Samoei Ruto is wishing to squeeze and milk you dry. That is where I saw that coming from. Now, between 2019 and 2023, KETRACO increased its network by 3,438 kilometers, representing 59% growth. That is between 2019 and 2023. KETRACO had a 59% growth because they increased their network. That is the network of the transmission lines, electric transmission lines, by 3,438 kilometers, which represented 59% growth. That did not lower the cost of electricity. Listen to me keenly. That did not lower the cost of electricity. So at the end of it all, what makes Adani so special that the president thinks that they will lower the cost of electricity after inflating the quotation in how they are going to construct, because their quotes are 7 times, 6 times more than what KETRACO does. So, Adani deal annual revenue requirements amount to 21 billion Kenyan shillings per year. Get me right. Adani deal annual revenue requirements amount to 21 billion Kenyan shillings per year. Hence, the cost of electricity will rise by at least 2 Kenyan shillings per unit. That is on the lower end. That is on the lower end. If you are helped so much and it has to be increased, if you are helped so much, the least it will be is 2 shillings per unit, which means it can even be more. Because if KETRACO made a 59% growth, yet they did not lower the cost of electricity. They increased their transmission lines and network by over 3,000 kilometers. Yet the cost of electricity was not lowered. What is so special about Adani? Somebody is insulting our intelligence. Ending financial year June 2023, KETRACO earned 3 billion Kenyan shillings as wheeling charges from Kenya Power. Now, I want you to look these versus what Adani is going to be paid. KETRACO financial year ending June 2023, KETRACO earned a whopping 3 billion Kenyan shillings as wheeling charges from Kenya Power. What about Adani? What is the approximation that Adani will be paid? Adani will be paid 21 billion Kenyan shillings per year. Which means 5,476 kilometers of transmission lines and KETRACO 3 billion shillings per year, but 372 kilometers of transmission lines will earn Adani 21 billion Kenyan shillings per year. Is this what the president was calling the other day propaganda? Remember in this video over here, the president was crying that we should keep away from propaganda and love our beloved country that God has given us. We love our country, Mr. President. But the insult you're doing to our intelligence is so enormous that we cannot respect you. This is what the president is calling propaganda. Yet these are evidences documented in the financial reports for KETRACO ending in the financial year June 30th, 2023. Go to their website. You'll get this. In fact, I've just done a summary. So you can see by yourself. ADANI being paid 21 billion per year for constructing 372 kilometers of transmission lines, while KETRACO was paid 3 billion for having constructed 5,476 kilometers of transmission lines. I mean, this is just pure madness. This is an analysis, actually, like I told you, based on information on KETRACO's press release on the ADANI deal, as well as the audited financial reports of the year ending 30th June 2023. So, Kenyans, information is at your fingertips. Remember, I once said that if you want to hide wealth, hide it in books, hide it in writings, because most people don't like learning. Most people don't like reading. There is power in getting knowledge. This civic education that we are doing is not for the purposes of just getting views, earning from it. No, we want to achieve something. Kindly take your time, because I've summarized a lot. I would have taken like an hour trying to break down this, but I just did the summary, the one that you can digest so fast. And if you doubt, you can head to the KETRACO website and all these reports will be found there. They have been filed over there. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talk. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, and also don't forget to press the notification button so in time that we are live, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow our Facebook page for regular updates. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.